Come on in, my beautiful people. Come on in. Come on in, my beautiful people. Yes. Sending positive vibes to everyone that will tune in to this video. This is a divine, intuitive message last month of the year. And this message is specifically for my hood stars out there that's tuning in. Everybody across the country that was raised in an urban community. Me, myself, I'm from South Central Los Angeles. They know me as LA Drina, La Drina, but LA Drina. Some people just call me Drina. Come on in, y'all. I got the sage burning. You know, I'm in meditation mode, y'all. I got the sage burning. You know, South Central Los Angeles in the building. Home of the gangs. Home of the Crips and the Bloods. Home of the revolutionaries. Home. I'm from Cali, where I'm from the state that originated the Black Panther Party. I have so much to be proud of. My history stems from Shreveport, Louisiana. Family moved across the country during the Great Migration, as you all can relate, especially if you're from Los Angeles, California. See, what people don't know about the Californian Black folks is that most of us, hey Heidi, how you doing, Queen? Come on in, Queen, come on. You know, we finna get this discussion popping. My aura is as wide as the state of California right now. I am feeling the divine speaking to me today. The divine has been speaking to me about this message for over 2 years now, you know, and I just never knew how I was going to bring this message about. My queen, Lady T, what's the deal? Leo gang, you see I'm rapping for the team, you know what I mean? Leo North Node here, you know, it's all about bravery, confidence, and leadership. You know, it's all about bravery, confidence, and leadership. I do have some divine intuitive messages for my Virgos, Sagittarius, Leos, Aquas, Geminis, you know, Scorpios, a bunch of divine intuitive messages. But before I get into those divine messages for my people as the collective, I definitely want to get this message out there because I am a Pisces moon, so I can, you know, be all over the place and get preachy, but I don't want to do that today. You know, shout out to all the kings and queens that's going to tap into this video. You know, if you're on this live, that means that you are powerful and you are definitely in a transitional period in your life. As you know, as you already heard, the world is never going to be the same again. So we got to step into our power as a people. We gotta step into our power as a people, young kings and queens. Nobody else is going to do it for us. You know, as I started this live video, I started speaking on the origins of my roots, and most of my friends and family that are from California, most of our roots stem in the South. As you all know, most Black people from the West Coast, we're originally from the South. Okay. If you look up the history of gang banging, most of the people that came into California, you know, they came from somewhere through the Great Migration. We migrated over here to this West Coast. We are all brothers and sisters. We are all love and we are all light. The message that I want to give out today is the origins of the titles. And this is for my youngsters. I know the people out there that's my age and older, they should already know. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. Listen, let's start out with the Bloods. You know, I'm going to give out the acronym as I know. Okay. Brotherly love, overcoming oppression and destruction. Brotherly love, overcoming oppression and destruction. CRIP, Community response, and progress. Now, if you go and look up either acronym for Blood or Crip, you're going to always find that the origins stem from something positive. I don't care about the politicking that may have happened from the time that the names originated up until now. But what I'm saying is the origins actually started out more peaceful than Christianity. I'm going to say that again. Gangbanging started out more peaceful than Christianity. I mean, Christianity was automatically about slaughter, and no shade to my Christians out there, but it was automatically about slaughter, and at the same time, most of my Crips and Bloods that I know personally are Christian. Your religion is more violent than the origins of your gang. I'm going to say that again. Your religion is more violent than the origins of your gang. Ain't nobody going to tell you that. Ain't nobody going to tell you that because they want to paint this picture a demonic, which demons higher is nothing more than our higher or lower self anyway. But they want you to have this negative image so bad. And I'm going to just speak from my own experience, from being exposed to gang culture. I'm LA Drina. I'm an 80s baby. I was in LA when the dope game was freaking crazy. You see what I'm saying? My grandmothers and grandfathers, my grandparents on both sides of my family was in Los Angeles during the 80s, during the 70s. My youngest uncles are some of the founding fathers of some of the Crip hoods in Los Angeles. I have family members that are the originators of some of the blood gangs on the east side of South Central Los Angeles. West side, where you at? I lived everywhere. Remember, I'm an 80s baby. I wasn't stable all my life. So during those time periods, I had to get through Compton. I done went to Bunch. I got cousins and all that from Compton, Long Beach, Inglewood, stand up. I used to hang around in the Queens, okay? You know what I'm saying? I understand people. We're not talking about labels here, people, because see, this is a part of the 5D ascension process as well. It's not just about shedding the titles like religion and job titles that no longer serve us. We're talking about all titles that makes and place limitations on what we can do as a people and who we are as individuals. This is about the collective. This is about the collective. And I'm 40 years old. So I'm not in no position to continuously living my life like a 14-year-old. If you looked at the post that I put up earlier, I spoke on the fact that my mom in her early teen years dated Tookie Williams' brother. Okay. And during this time period, Tookie Williams couldn't have been no more than, no more than 14 or 15 years old when he started the Crip gangs. Okay. Crips, during this time period, there was a lot going on, okay? There was a lot going on in the 60s and 70s in Los Angeles, California. We're talking about my mom and my mother and my aunties used to have to hide in the closet during the Watts riots, okay? So we're talking about Jordan Down projects, the ones that you people all out there in the South, you guys glorify Grape Street and all this stuff. My aunties and uncles, they grew up in this situation. They grew up. They actually saw battle rams riding through the projects. We're talking about 1964. If you go in the group, if you know you from Watts, you'll see some of my posts. I'll show you some original photos from Watts in Compton, 1964, okay? Here's the thing. I'm so passionate about this because I want my people to understand the nature of what's happening with our people. And it's not about complaining or being condescending or trying to make it seem as if I'm a know-it-all or if I'm a reputable or if I'm accepted or if I have clout or if I'm chasing clout or if any of this stuff. Because right now, none of this that we've done in the past, the efforts that we put forth to be a part of this has benefited us in no way, shape, or form. I'm going to say that again. I don't care how everybody else want to, put it out there and they want to make it glamorized. See, that's the problem with our people. They already pushed a religion, a belief. See, Anything that got lie in the middle of it, you got to question it. They already put a belief system in place for us to glamorize our suffrage. They always have had a system in place for us to glamorize our suffrage. And I got to pause for a minute. Monzel Dozier, I just want to say shout out to you, brother. I see what you're doing in the community. I see what you're doing for the people. And congratulations on your new loving addition to your family. They never wanted us to overcome, like it states in the title, the original acronym of being a blood. Brotherly love, overcoming oppression and destruction. Okay? They never wanted us to do that. They never wanted us to do that. That's why they infiltrated those organizations. Yes, those organizations had their own little tit for tat on a personal level. But when it was time to get down with the business, it was all about protecting the neighborhood. It was all about protecting the neighborhood. It was all about that. It was all about walking old black ladies home with your 4-5 on your hip to make sure she made it in the door safe. It was all about making sure that teenage boy, that teenage girl that was walking across the street didn't get harassed by the police. Now the police is in the hood, causing so much problems, causing so much mayhem, causing so much destruction. You guys are giving them straight up passes to come in your neighborhood and execute you. And you don't even know who your enemy is. You think it's yourself. You think it's yourself. You think it's yourself. And see, that's the toxic thing about it. See, before I did this video, I was told and I was advised not to do the video. Because my people, they won't understand. They won't get it. They gonna look at me like I'm condescending and I'm, being disrespectful. That's toxic within itself. That's toxic within itself. It's time for us to go to a real level of healing. If you feel that people standing on the sideline and watching you kill yourself, speak up for you is toxic or danger to you, that lets me know that you have no clue what the two true emotions are. See, there's only two true emotions in this world. And that's fear and that's love. I don't care what the psychotherapists tell you. I don't care what the social workers tell you. I don't care what the counselors tell you. There's only two true emotions, and that's fear and love. Now, everything else falls up under a subcategory of that. Everything else falls up under a subcategory of that. See, I'm going to break it down for you. If it's negative, falls under the category of fear. And if it's positive, it falls under the category of love. And it's just that simple. It's just that simple. See, fear will make you feel that you have to defend yourself around people that is not even seeking to harm you. Fear will mind fuck you into believing you're in danger when you're actually around your tribe. I've done it. I've been there. I've been to parties. I used to give house parties. I used to be nervous. Hell, I'm from South Central. I got all these scars y'all see on my knee. That's from sliding under cars, avoiding getting shot. That's from sliding under cars in my youth, avoiding getting shot. Because rival gangs were coming through. And even though I wasn't a member of the gang, I'm affiliated by blood and relation. So here's the thing. I could have easily have lost my life just from being there. Don't tell me I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time. I'm around my family. I have nowhere else to go. I'm a child. And let's go back to children. My mom dated a teenage version of Tookie Williams' brother during the time period when Tookie was no more than 14 years old. And everybody that know me personally know that I have an 11-year-old son. Shout out to my 11-year-old son. You know, he's very intelligent and bright, just like Tookie Williams was. Very intelligent and bright. Shout out to my elder son, who's 18 now. Very intelligent and bright. My 18-year-old, I still have to tell him to clean up. Still tell my 11-year-old when to take a shower. See what I'm saying? But intelligent and bright. I would never leave my 11-year-old here to run my house. I would never do it. And I'm not trying to be condescending. I got to check myself and make sure I'm not on that wavelength, because I want my people to really receive me. Receive me. You know, we talking about somebody that was 14 years old at the time. These people, most of the people that was a part of the developmental process of these gangs that we are so committed to, they were children. That's what people are forgetting. These were children. These were not 40-year-olds. It wasn't nobody my age strategizing and, you know, organizing. Shout out to the Virgos out there, organizing. You know what I mean? This is the thing. You do it. You get initiated. You become committed. You become devoted. You get on the front line. You lose your life. You get shot. You kill a few folks. You duck for cover. Your grandmother, your mama, your dad, whoever that loves you, they take risks. They bail you out. They take losses. They shield their energy to protect the emotional cause and effect of the dangers and the worry and the constant worry of losing you. It's a heavy price to pay. Because this 14-year-old, shout out to Tookie Williams though, you know, because he did go through a transformation before he left this earth. He went through a major transformation. But Tookie Williams, the reason why it was so easy for him to transform and go through this transitional period is because Tookie Williams was not 14 no more. That's the thing. Tookie wasn't 14 no more. When he left this earth, he was nowhere near 14. Now, we are men and women before we are anything else. Okay? Before I'm a hairstylist, even before I'm a mom, even before I'm a friend, even before I'm a daughter, cousin, lover, whatever the case may be, I am a woman first and foremost. And my mind has graduated throughout the course of my life. An infant, they develop rapidly from the first 5 years of life. And through the preteen and adolescent years, you're continuously evolving. My people, ask yourself, what is wrong with evolution? What's wrong with it? What's wrong with your brain growing and expanding? What's wrong with expanding yourself to new concepts and new ways of thinking and any of that stuff? See, that's what happens when you're human, when you're allowing yourself to be a human being. You're allowing yourself to become expansive mentally. You don't stay stagnated at the age of 5. My 5-year-old went from being 5 to 8 now. She's 8. She doesn't think the same way she thought when she was 5. Her mind is much more expansive. I allow her to be expansive because that's her God-given right. It's your birthright to be free and expand. Thing with this thing that Tookie Williams started is that Tookie was 14. There's people still 40 and 50 and 60. Hell, damn near even 70. Going by the codes and the mentalities and the disciplines of a 14-year-old. If an 11-year-old tells me, step on a crack, break your mama back, do you think I'm finna hop over every damn crack for the rest of my damn life? There's no freedom in that. There's no freedom in hopping over a crack for the rest of my life from dealing with a 11-year-old. So I said that to say this. Yes, it's childish to not allow your mind grow past the minds of a 14-year-old. Nobody wants to hear that. But I only can be real. See, it's so elusive and glamorous, especially to the youth out there. Shout out to my young people that's between the ages of infancy and I'm going to say 28, 29, 30. Y'all young. Yeah, you are. You have a lot to overcome and understand about who you are, as I do as well. But as we go through this developmental process, I want my young people to know, no matter how much people try to glamorize the lifestyle, just know we've been through a lot of devastation. We've seen a lot of trauma. Thank you, sis. We've seen a lot of grief. We've taken a lot of losses. We've buried a lot of our loved ones before it was time. For no reason. For no reason. It was for no reason at all. It wasn't for a principle. It wasn't the same bloodshed as our ancestors fought for. It wasn't the bloodshed and the sacrifice that our grandparents had to do to get over here to California. It wasn't that. The media, they're capitalizing off of it. They're capitalizing off our devastation. You got celebrity rappers coming into the picture, glamorizing, paying for status. The gang lifestyle, the gang culture, should I say, has evolved from being a community-based organization that was there to protect the local citizens within those independent communities. It evolved into a system of capitalization and exploitation of the drug game thanks to Ronald Reagan and his whole regime. It evolved from ripping apart families into the war on drugs, which caused devastation, poverty, addiction, health problems, loss of property, loss of life, gentrification, alienation, incarceration. This is what it has led us to. From 1972, now we're in the year 2020. I'm 40. It's been going on way longer than I've been in existence. But it's my generation. It's my generation that has the power to stand up. It's the generation. We have the power to stand up and say we're tired. I'm not saying that the gangs need to end. What I'm saying is the infrastructure needs to change. I'm not even saying the gangs need to end. I'm just saying the infrastructure and the principles definitely needs to change. And I'm not going to explain to you why they need to change. It just needs to be done. It just needs to be done. There's no benefit in this. You don't have no life insurance policies or retirement pension plans or things of that nature. You have nothing but self-defeat, a fear-based level of understanding of who you are. It's about inciting fear within oneself and believing, and not just believing, but really externalizing your power the same way people do with religions. Externalizing your power. We're not in the world right now, in a type of world right now where we can risk externalizing our power to anyone, not gangs, religions, the government, the fucking the institutions, the powers that be, any kind of institutions, hospitals, mental wards, all this. Come on now. Anything that we are using to externalize our power, we have to think about how we're going to reconstruct our lives for the future. We're talking about healing generations. We can't talk about breaking generational curses. Shout out to Shy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Danielle. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Let me give y'all some shout out. Sizzle Kid. Shout out to all of y'all. I appreciate y'all. Katie, love you. Kiwana, love you. And feel free to offer some input in your commentaries. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not here to just point the finger, because at the same time, I want to empower some people. I don't care if this video empowers one person to make a change, because that's what it starts with. It starts with you. You know what I mean? I'm not going to tell y'all I never, thought it was a glamorous thing. My toxic nature, what I was exposed to, that's all I knew. That's all I knew. I thought that was a level of protection that we need. That was our only protection. But is it solid protection is the question. If you got to watch your back every day, if you got to walk in fear every day, if you're in a constant perpetual state of panic and fear every day, and really it's still stemming from lack thereof, love. Love is the highest vibration, and that's all we all really want. I don't care how people want to make love seem so corny, because we all are just looking for acceptance. That's all it is, acceptance. Even when I considered making this my lifestyle, it was all about acceptance, because I didn't have that level of love, that direct level of love that was necessary to propel me into where I am now. We don't need to continue with this, because it's not doing anything for us. It's time for us to become more expansive in the way we think. It's time for us adults. I'm talking to the adults. I'm talking to the people, at least, I'm going to say 25 and up. We're going to give y'all that. But, and melanated people, we're the indigenous people. So we really ain't grown till we like 30. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of us, we still walking around like adolescents. Morgan Freeman about the oldest person I've seen walking around here. Everybody else scared to get old. We scared to get old. That's another problem. The elders is talking about, damn, that's a shame that youngster died at an early age. Shit, y'all scared to get old. You don't want to show us your gray hair. You don't want to show us your wisdom. You're trying to compete with the youngsters, want to act like you're younger than what they are. So how are they supposed to have a sense of direction? Y'all say this new generation went down the drain. How they supposed to have a sense of direction when our elders don't want to drop no knowledge? They scared. I mean, the youngsters, they got the choppers on deck and the yappers on deck. But like I said, fear. There's only two true emotions, fear and love. So if you're doing it out of love, you can't be doing it out of fear. And if you're doing it out of fear, you can't be doing it out of love. See, I'm not afraid to deliver a message like this. I don't have to call no advisors because you know why? There's something called the divine source of knowledge and wisdom that overrides everything. It overrides any codes. It overrides all of that because you know why? When your third eye is open, baby, that's that goddess power. That's that goddess power. Everybody that knows me, every gang banger that ever knew me, always seen me come in a function alone. They always seen me stand alone. They always seen me in my true authentic self. And that's why I can deliver a message like this. Because this has always been my message. In the midst of me sliding under the car, avoiding a gunshot, it was always my message. At the hood functions, it was always peace, love, and light. And I'm not going to say that I didn't have violent tendencies. I'm not going to say that I had no experiences in the hood that had me in a state of perpetual fear. I had to shed my ego first. And I'm still in that shedding process. I'm still becoming humble. One thing Tupac said that was profound, a very profound statement, is that if I'm scared of my own people, that means I'm scared of myself. So when I look at you, I see me. Reflection, sis. Reflection, bro. Not just the positive images with high levels of knowledge and conscious living and vegan lifestyle. I see everybody as a reflection of me. Everybody. Because I am the person that had the fear. I am the person that was the mother not knowing where the baby daddy is. I am the person who felt defeated because I lost a cousin due to gang violence. I am the all, and the all is me. I'm one of those youngsters that they called a thug before and not gonna amount to nothing. I've seen young people in despair because of those same spells that was cast upon them by their elders. Yes, spells. You ain't gonna be shit in life. That's a fucking spell. Stop telling your kids that shit. You know what I mean? See, it starts with home. And here's another divine message for the hood. When it comes to mothers, we have to tap into our healing powers. We are healers. It's not your job to go out there and just go drag your big ass 6'4" son with a Glock in his waist. It ain't your job to drag him in the house. But what you can do is create a healing environment for him to come into. You see what I'm saying? You can create a healing. And when I say healing, it's not just about being on your knees praying. It's about burning that sage. It's about getting them crystals. It's about setting your environment up right. It's about doing floor washes. It's about cooking healthy food. It's about speaking life. I'm going to say that again. Speaking life into your children and not death. It's about speaking life in your children and not death. Nobody's a perfect mother. Nobody's a perfect mother. They don't come with manuals. Nobody's a perfect mother. But we all have this healing power. Black women, melanated queens. You have a power like no other. I don't give a damn who watches this video. They're going to find out today. I come from a long line of healers. See, if we weren't the healers of the community, if the indigenous people were not the healers, the slave masters wouldn't have had us breastfeeding their babies. When they got sick, they wouldn't have had the African old slave grandma in there with Massa, nursing him back to health. They wouldn't have never had all of these healing tinctures and medicines that we put together. All of this medicine would not be made from the DNA of a black woman. We are natural born healers, and we got to tap back into our healing powers. We have them. That ain't something you got to go outside of yourself to obtain. It's in the hood. Your healing powers is in the hood. Your healing powers is in the hood, girl. Go to the hood. Go get you some floor wash, girl. Go get you some bay leaves and boil that shit and burn it. Spirit said burn it. Fuck it. Spirit said burn it too. Spirit said boil them bay leaves. Boil that rosemary. Burn that rosemary. Burn that sage. You can't even act like it don't exist in the hood, because all of the local bodegas and Mexican stores, you know, since we share the same African superpowers, we share the same indigenous religions, deities, and spirituality. Floor washes, garlic, aloe. Heal thyself and heal the family. It's about us healing and taking back our communities. It's about us taking back our homes. It's about taking back our legacy of community response and progress. Progress. What is progress? Community response and progress was Nipsey Hussle. He was a motherfucking Crip. He was a motherfucking Crip. A moisturized one too. A moisturized one though. A moisturized. He had the aloe, the fucking blended berries. He used to walk and skip do that ass down the street to go see his grandma and make sure she had a green smoothie every morning. Get with it or get lost, fam. We can't keep sleeping, making it seem like it ain't gangster to be healthy. It ain't gangster to eat vegan. I'm seeing all these bankrolls on my timeline and all up on my stories and news feeds. And, you know, I'm seeing them everywhere, all over social media. Y'all got money. Y'all got hella money. Y'all balling like a motherfucker. Y'all balling like a motherfucker. Y'all balling. Y'all balling like a motherfucker. Spirit told me to talk to y'all like this. Spirit told me not to be on no Louis Farrakhan shit. No offense to the king, but Spirit come high, Spirit wanna come. Spirit said y'all balling like a motherfucker. You in the hood? Take it to the hood. You wanna claim it? You wanna put your blood on the front line? What Beyonce say? I'm on the front line for my bloodline. She said her grandkids is rich and they ain't even here yet. On the front line for my bloodline. What's up with that? We talking about building legacy and wealth. The revolutionaries. Some of y'all jailhouse lawyers. Y'all could be actual lawyers. But maybe, I don't know how the system works to whether or not you could get your law degree to help your brothers and sisters that are, facing injustice. I don't know what you can do to help them. But you could put a community center there and deal with that. You see what I'm saying? You could deal with that in your community. You could deal with brothers and sisters that are reentering society and they need a program. You could deal with that. It's about dealing with that shit. It's about dealing with that shit, not running from it, not escaping it, not, glamorizing the suffrage. Cause they've been doing this to us. It's mental program. They whooped them on the cross. They whooped them on the cross and we died. They always want us to be in a suffrage mode. They always want us to glamorize suffrage. What about the part of us that's ready to heal? What about healing? Let's glamorize healing for a change. Let's make healing a cool thing. Let's make healing gangsta. Let's make healing gangsta. Can we do that? Can we just do a little bit of reverse psychology and make the healing gangsta? And I've been wanting to say this. It's some of y'all gangbangers. Y'all some sexy motherfuckers too. I be like, oh, damn, you sexy. Khakis to your knees, but you're sexy. Sexy. That blue and that red, these colors are spiritual colors, okay? You got communication, the throat chakra, everything that has to do with expansion through communication and all that. It's a royal color. It's royal. That's why they call it royal blue, okay? That's king shit right there. Then you got red. Red is passion, fire, forward moving, hot, heat, love. It also means love, okay? Red is for love. This is what they don't want you to know. And the red is also dealing with grounding and stability. Grounding and stability. That's your red. The red chakra is about grounding, stability, fitness. You know, some of y'all bloods, y'all can open up some fitness centers around here. Open up some fitness centers in the hood. Every time I go to the hood, I don't see no vegan restaurants. I see them in the upper echelon areas of the hood, but I don't see them right there in South Central. When I go to South Central, I can't really find nothing plant-based. You know, I'm just throwing some money schemes out there for y'all. You get what I'm saying? But I'm just on some real stuff. You know, I just want my people to grow and expand in a way that allows them to create generational wealth, to create generational healing. And it starts with actually acknowledging that there's a problem. We can't just talk about a pandemic and think we're a part of the motherfucking pandemic. I'm going to say that again. We're a part of the motherfucking pandemic because the pandemic is here to wipe away everything that's in existence. Especially things that's not fit for the fifth dimension. Things and people and systems that's not fit for the fifth dimension. If you're not mentally ready to come into communication with others and unify as one and heal as one, this ain't for you. That's why a lot of people are leaving here. You know, and nobody's gonna say it like how I'm saying it. I'm just raw and uncut with it. I don't have no more than this. This is as compassionate as it can get. Like, there's no way to beat around the bush on this, y'all. There's nothing that we can say to overcome what they doing to us. And the fact that we are still here trying to figure ourselves out and not addressing the fact that healing has to be a number one priority right now. Healing has to be a number one priority right now. Personal healing. I'm not saying you got to go out there and roll your sleeves up right now, but take that step with yourself. Because it gets lonely. It gets lonely when all these external sources of power is no longer in existence. What can you do to create a new reality for yourself? If there's no hair salon, I have to recondition my mind. If there's no way that I can go to the movie theaters, I got to recondition my way of watching movies. And that's everything. We have a real reconditioning process to go through right now. Spirit wants us to go through that, create healing environments, study everything that you believe in, and just erase things that no longer serve you. How about that? If it's serving you, do it. If it's not for you. It's about us being in our true authentic self. And that's where the healing takes place, is when we can shed the ego and we can shed levels of understanding that no longer serve us. And these concepts are they're no longer serving us. See, because we are deeper than a neighborhood. We're deeper than a title. Any title. I don't give a damn if it's a positive or a negative title. We are deeper. We are beings. And the being that's within says powerful, says creators, it says healers, it says a bunch of different things. But it don't say that. It don't say you got to be destructive. It don't say you got to walk in fear. It doesn't say you got to be a killer. It does not say that. Bravery is standing in your true authentic self at all times and really feeling your emotions. It's a lot of PTSD we got to overcome. It's a lot of therapy that needs to happen. It's a lot of therapy that needs to happen so we can get to healing. You know what I'm saying? I'm down with that cause, Miss Heidi. I'm down with that cause. I'm not only on the front line for my bloodline, but I'm on the front line for my people. You know, it's time for the elders to stand up and stop being silent. You know, and I know y'all gave up. A lot of y'all gave up. That's why the elders are silent. They overlooking it and hoping that things change. But we have the power to change the future because it starts with us, especially with the young ones that's coming on right now. They watching us. So even if you're going to continue doing it, at least give these people the truth about what they finna step into. Give these people the truth. Let them know that their grandmas, their mamas, their daddies, their girlfriends, their husbands, their wives. Let these people know that these folks is finna take a loss and they're gonna have to learn how to live without them or live with them in destruction. There's no glamorizing way to put this together. I see so many beautiful faces being butchered and slaughtered and mutilated, bodies being mutilated, slaughtered. I done seen a lot of devastation in my life. I done seen a lot of bloodshed. I done witnessed a lot of devastation. This is not something that I'm basing an opinion on looking at it from a damn telescope and that shit's happening way over there. It happened right under my nose. And it's happening every day in our communities. It's time for us to take action and say no. No more hurt, no more grief, no more pain. It has to start with organizing. So those of y'all that's ready to be on this new wave of organization in your community, stand up, tap in with your girl, L.A. Drina. I'm not just offering an opinion. I just started a nonprofit called Holistic Pathfinders, and it's really about empowering people. I did work with people re-entering society in my community. I did case management for people leaving the prison system and re-entering society. So I got that hands-on perspective of what's going on. And I do have the credentials to work with people that are re-entering society. I want to tell my family members and friends, this walk that I'm taking, I want to uplift you and I want to encourage you. And I just want to let you know that you are very intelligent, you are very gifted, and you are very powerful. And we can't do this movement without you. But it has to happen now. You are intelligent, you are strong, you are gifted, and you are powerful. And I'm going to break it down before I leave out of here. I just want y'all to know the reason that I know that there's a lot of talent and strength within the gang culture is because anytime you have the gift to organize a group or a team, that's talent that regular people in society don't even have. Shit, I don't even got that talent. Anytime you have the talent to organize groups of people and be influential in their lives. Now I'm talking to y'all gang leaders right now. Gang leaders, hood set organizers and leaders, and I don't know how y'all rankings go, but whatever you are, big homie, little homie, leader homie, I'm talking to y'all. If you got the ability to organize groups of people, that means that you have the power to own your own damn business. You got the power and the knowledge to run a company. You got the power to manage a business. You got the power to organize organizations that help people. That means that you're attractive. And when I say attractive, I'm not talking about looks. I'm talking about you're attractive to a humanity. And since humanity needs all of the unity around here, and basically your economical well-being is going to be based on your ability to organize and receive and network and exchange goods for services. See, this is where we're coming to. You know, your gifts are going to be needed in this new world. So as you discover, there it is, Heidi, leadership. As you discover who you are, you can pour into your community and become a leader. A leader that's a part of the progress, the community response in progress. See, progress means moving forward. It means making shit happen. It means seeing results, positive results, not digress, but progress, meaning going forward, you know? And that's where my admiration is for certain gang leaders, okay? It's like you do have a lower nature of this whole thing, but there is a positive twist to the story. And the positive twist is that you have enough power. If you have enough power to even organize a hood function, then you can organize a fundraiser. Then you can also organize a freaking nonprofit. And you can also organize a freaking boys and girls club. You have a lot of power that you're not using for the greater good of humanity, and it's a waste of talent. I'm just saying, it's a waste when we have all of these gifts and we're not utilizing them. You know, my older, wiser men with wisdom, you know, as you see the young men coming along and, you know, they're trying to find themselves in the hood. You have a duty, an active duty, especially if you was a foot soldier, a street soldier, whatever you want to call it. You have an active duty to tell these young brothers the truth about what they're finna experience and about what they're finna go through. But all in all, they just want love. So instead of trying to introduce them to a lifestyle that will no longer serve, that won't serve them at all. We're going to say at all, because it don't matter how much money and clout and status that they get off of this. At the end of the day, they're going to end up shot up, killed, murdered, incarcerated, or, you know, just a loser. I'm not going to freaking sugarcoat it. Ain't nothing good coming out of it. There's nobody benefiting from it. We definitely need the OGs to step up. And guess what? It's not too late as long as you're here on this earth. You have time. You got time. You got time to change what's happening in your life and the lives of those around you. You know? So yeah. That's my intuitive message for y'all out there. Shout out to my Virgos, my air signs, all of y'all. You know, I do have some intuitive messages based on signs, you know, and yeah, so mainly the messages that I have for the collective is You know, dealing with this shadow work is something that's required for growth. I'm talking the ugly shit about us that we don't like, that we're ashamed of, that we try to avoid because we don't want the world to know these elements to who we are. Like we can't be vulnerable, like we can't hurt, like we can't feel pain, like we can't feel defective in some kind of way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? We all got these different aspects to who we are, you know, and a lot of my Virgos, a lot of my Libras, Geminis, Aquariuses, fire signs. I'm hearing everybody's. I'm hearing every element. Okay, so every element. Spirit wants you guys to know with this thing we have addiction. Okay, addiction is a major theme right now, and it's like if you're battling addiction, whether it be being a shopaholic, eating the wrong foods, dealing with different lower vibrational people, lower vibrational, you know, information. It's time to detach from that. It's time to detox from that and do a lot of dealing with self-love. Okay. And when I say that, I'm saying because as far as the Virgos is concerned, y'all very interesting right now. A lot of y'all Virgos, especially the single ones, you know, it's a lot of third party situations going on with y'all. You know, y'all overcoming that. The fire signs, y'all been going through a lot of twin flame. It's been a lot of twin flame energy going on. You know what I mean? But everybody's mirroring each other's image. Everybody's mirroring each other's energy right now. Self-love. I hear for the Libras, I'm hearing you're beautiful. Deal with that self-love, you know, and this addiction. A lot of Libras, they try to be balanced and they can't find that balance. So it's all about being perfect. Okay. I'm hearing a lot of perfection when it comes to all of the elemental essences of the signs. Like let's not try so hard to be perfect, but let's try to be real. You know, we try too hard to be perfect. Let's try to be real with ourselves. Screw what everybody else thinks. Let's be real with ourselves today. And that's what it's about. Water signs. Water signs that are still shielding their energy from the rest of the world because they don't know how to feel right now, some of them. You know, I'm getting that Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisceans. You know, the Pisces are taking a leap of faith with a lot of shadow work. But the thing of it is like there's a lot of hidden emotions that a lot of the water signs are dealing with. You know, water signs, it's okay to feel. A lot of us are shielding our energy. Know that you are the healers of the zodiac, especially the Cancerians. A lot of Cancers, I'm feeling like an energy that a lot of you Cancers are alone right now. I hear alone, okay? Alone. I hear lonely coming from like a lot of the water signs too, specifically Libran placements, lonely. I hear a lot of loneliness going on with the water signs, you know, not the water signs, but the air signs, you know. So that lonely, listen, you're never alone unless you don't enjoy being with yourself, and use that alone time to do that self-work and work on yourself. You know, my beautiful water signs, you know, water is healing, and it's time for you to heal thyself. Put yourself first for a change. You pour into everybody else, but you're not pouring enough into yourself. You're pouring into what other people think about you, but you're not pouring into yourself. My fire signs, you know, you fire signs, you've been on a roll with your things that's going on with your love lives and da-da-da-da-da, seeking love. Don't seek love, let love find you. That's what I'm hearing. Don't seek love, let love come to you. It'll come to you. Balance for the collective, self-work, healing. You are enough. If that message resonates with you, that's for you. It's about healing. A lot of vibrational, higher vibrational energy, you know, is needed for the collective. So I'm hearing a lot of down energy, you know. It's a lot of people that's down right now, being that it's the holiday times, missing family members, people that's taking financial losses because of pandemic. But it's still time to raise the vibrations, and it's still time to do the healing work. You know, you are enough. You don't need material assets to know that and to feel validated. You're enough, my beautiful people. So I think at this point in time, I'm going to let y'all go, but I'm going to send a lot of healing vibes out to everybody that ends up watching this video. I want y'all to know that you are loved, you are divinely guided, you are protected, and this is your journey. You have the power to change your reality. Nobody owns you. You can't be controlled by no external source unless you choose to. What are you willing to lose? And what are you willing to recreate in this fifth dimension? I love y'all. Peace.